ये डिस्कस पहले वही कर लेते हैं। You must be aware of this thing that the periodic assessment 2, second assessment for each class this time is going to be activity based. Okay. So this is going to be completely activity based this time. Either multiple choice in the Google form or some activity that is to be conducted in the class, but not descriptive. Perhaps this thing you all know, right? Turn your cameras on, everyone. Everyone. कैमराज ऑन कर लो सारे। और अभी कोई बंद नहीं करेगा कैमरा। नकुल का कैमरा हमेशा ऑन रहता है और इसलिए वो हमेशा स्कूल यूनिफॉर्म में होता है। और कुछ 2-3 बच्चे और हैं जो कभी कभी ऑन कर लेते हैं तो वो भी यूनिफॉर्म में रहते हैं। बाकी ये जो है ना, जो अभी जिसने ये इधर ये ऑन किया था, प्रणव श्रीवास्तव, शुभम साहू, ये इन दोनों में से किसी ने ऑन किया था अभी, है ना, वो बढ़िया कुछ तो भी। I'll remove you from the class if your camera is not on, because I have seen most of the students have cameras working. Akshita Meena, your camera is also working. Akshara Meena, your camera is also working. I have just seen. Shubham Sahu, Pranav Srivastava, your cameras are working. I have just seen. Just now I have seen. Janvi, your camera is also working.
Sir, my camera is on.
Yes, sir, my also.
Yes, sir, my camera is also on.
फिर क्या फायदा है ऐसे कैमरे का जो आपने वहां से ऑन कर रखा है लेकिन यहाँ कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है। अपना सारे लोग अपना ग्रिड व्यू ओपन करके देखो कि कैन यू सी अक्षरा मीना एंड अक्षिता मीना एंड जानवी?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
yes,
I can
sir,
also.
मुझे
Now I
दिख
can also.
रही है।
Now I can also see. Earlier it was not on and that's why I could not see. ठीक है, जैसे मुझे बंद होंगे, मैं ग्रिड व्यू किसके पास है? राजवर्धन तेरे पास है ग्रिड व्यू?
नो। यस सर, यस सर।
हाँ, अभी मुझे बता, अक्षरा, अक्षिता और जानवी में से कितने लोगों के तेरे को दिखाई दे रहे हैं फेस?
सर इन तीनों के दिखाई दे रहे हैं।
दिखाई दे रहे हैं, ठीक है। जैसे ही बंद हो मुझे बता देना।
यस सर।
अभी बीच में बंद हो जाएगा। शुभम साहू का बंद हो गया देखो।
सर आयुष जैन का भी बंद है, निलय का भी बंद है।
नहीं, इन लोगों ने तो पहले ही
सर,
इन लोगों ने पहले ही ओपन नहीं किया था। भाई जिनके साथ प्रॉब्लम है ना, मैं उनसे कुछ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन जिनके पास है सारी फैसिलिटी, जो कर सकते हैं ऑन, वो भी बंद करके बैठे रहते हैं, मैं क्लास से रिमूव कर दूंगा। भाई नेटवर्क इशू हो सकता है, टेक्निकल इशू हो सकता है, कैमरा उसमें है ही नहीं हो सकता है, कैमरा प्रॉपरली काम नहीं कर रहा है हो सकता है। आई एग्री, कोई फोर्स नहीं है, कोई फोर्स नहीं है। हम कभी भी आपके ऊपर फोर्स नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन ये जितने बच्चे मुझे अभी दिखाई दे रहे हैं, इन सबके पास वर्किंग कैमरा है, फिर क्यों बंद करके बैठना है बेटा? फिर क्यों बंद करके बैठना है? अभी मैंने उसका सैनी का भी देखा था ऑन. Just now I saw Saini also. Saini, turn your camera on.
सर टर्न ऑन है.
सर ऑन है.
राजवर्धन से पूछ लेते.
सर ऑन है.
ऑन है. मेरे इस पे डिस्प्ले नहीं हो रहा. मेरे स्क्रीन पे डिस्प्ले नहीं हो रहा. नकुल, तेरे स्क्रीन पे डिस्प्ले हो रहा है सैनी का फेस? नकुल,
सर अभी था.
अभी
था
बताओ.
सर, अब नहीं हो रहा.
अब नहीं हो रहा ना. थोड़ी देर पहले तो मेरे इसमें भी था.
सर अब नहीं है.
अब
नो सर.
नहीं है. राजवर्धन, तेरे इसमें डिस्प्ले हो रहा है उसका फेस, सैनी का? नहीं हो रहा. ठीक है बेटा, मैं फिर से वार्निंग नहीं दूंगा. अब मैं आपको रिमूव कर दूंगा. ओके. सारे बच्चों ने सुन लिया जिनके कैमरास वर्किंग है? अक्षरा, अक्षिता, सैनी, शुभम साहू, प्रणव. नाउ सैनी इज विजिबल. अगेन डिसअपियर्ड. भाई हमारा कैमरा क्यों नहीं होता बार बार डिसअपियर बीच में? हमारा क्यों नहीं होता है? चलिए, we were talking about the activity that we have decided or we have planned for periodic second assessment. ठीक है. So first thing is listening activity, assessment of your listening skills. This I have already told. Assessment of listening skills means there will be a track played from here. Okay? There will be a pre-recorded track which I'll play from here, and at the same time, am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, beta. So when that track is played, at the same time, a link of Google form will be shared. When you open that Google form, there will be some multiple choice questions in it. Those questions will be based on what is being told in that track. Okay? While listening to the track, you will have to write answers in the Google form. While listening to the track. Not that listen to the track completely and then afterwards write your answers in the Google form. Not like that. Listen and write. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ये समझ में आई बात?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
And while the track is played, when you are listening to it, simultaneously you are writing answers also. For writing answers, you will not get any extra separate time. ट्रैक चलते रहेगा, आप सुनते जाएंगे और क्वेश्चंस. Before we play the track, we'll give you some time to read questions. 1 minute or 2 minutes to read questions. Once you read questions, track will be played. Just listen to it and write your answers at the same time. ठीक है? Yes, track will be played twice. Track will be played twice. The entire recording will be played twice. निलय अपने एरोप्लेन में बैठ के उड़ गया. एक शहर के ऊपर से जा रहा है उसका प्लेन. अभी लैंड कर लिया उसने वापस. ठीक है? पूरा ट्रैक हम 2 बार प्ले करेंगे. फर्स्ट टाइम आपने उसको पूरा सुना, साथ में आपने आंसर्स भी लिखे. दोबारा वो ट्रैक प्ले हो रहा है, तब जो आपसे छूट गया है उनको लिख सकते हो, या जो आपने लिख लिया उसको चेक कर सकते हो आप लोग। ठीक है, तो ट्रैक विल बी प्लेड 2 times. If there are 2 tracks, both the tracks will be played twice. If there are 3 tracks, all tracks will be played 3 times, 2 times. ठीक है, तो आपको ट्रैक्स डबल प्ले करेंगे हम सारे जितने भी होंगे। एक ट्रैक होगा, 2 होगा, 3 होंगे, छोटा होगा तो 2-3 हो सकते हैं, बड़ा होगा तो एक ही हो सकता है, और उसी पे बेस्ड आपके क्वेश्चंस होंगे जो आपको साइमल्टेनियसली आंसर करने हैं। Is this thing clear to everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
Sir, Google form question are shuffled or not?
Yes, what did you say, beta?
Sir, Google form questions are shuffled or not?
Google form questions are shuffled or not?
Yes, sir.
Why shuffled, beta? What do you mean by that?
सर क्योंकि सर सफल करते तो सर जो जो भी खोलता है सर ऊपर नीचे क्वेश्चन हो जाते हैं।
I couldn't get this idea. It won't be shuffled. ठीक है? It won't be shuffled. Means question order जो है वो सारे बच्चों के लिए अलग अलग हो जाता है सर।
यस सर, यस।
ठीक है, अगर हो भी जाता है तो उससे आपको क्या फर्क पड़ेगा?
सर वो क्या ट्रैक चलता रहेगा तो सर वो जल्दी जल्दी लगाने पड़ेंगे।
चलो, इसके अलावा किसी को कुछ और पूछना है? Any other doubt or question?
No,
Okay,
sir.
fine, good. If this is clear, let us talk about the second assessment, means the other activity. This is one activity, assessment of your listening skills. Okay? Then what is the other skill that we learn in a language?
Speaking.
Speaking skill. So we'll assess your speaking skills also. And because you have already practiced it once, you will be very comfortable. मैं आपसे पूरी एक बार प्रैक्टिस करवा चुका हूँ। आपकी क्लास में हुआ था सप्लीमेंट्री रीडर के लेसन्स का एक्सप्लेनेशन, प्रेजेंटेशन?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you have already practiced it once. You are in a good practice. ठीक है, वो उस वक्त हो चुका है, और जो जितने प्रेजेंटेशंस आपने किए थे, जो कुछ बच्चों ने किए थे, सारे बच्चों ने नहीं किए थे, है ना? सारे बच्चों ने नहीं किए थे। मेरे पास वो लिस्ट भी रखी है, और जो मार्क्स मैंने उस वक्त दिए थे वो भी मेरे पास रखे हैं। ठीक है, वी आर गोइंग टू हैव दैट एक्टिविटी फॉर दिस असेसमेंट। नाउ what is added to this is not only the lessons of the other book. From earlier you took only from moments perhaps?
Yes, sir.
यस सर।
Not from behind. You took
So
lessons
it's
only
movement
from
that time.
moments. Huh?
So only movement.
Janvi?
Sir, only
Only.
movement.
Now, yes. Now this time you are allowed to take any lesson from moments or from behind. You are free. You can pick any lesson for your presentation. Now, what is needed in a presentation? First thing, like when you start, you will have to tell, today I'll be presenting, or today I'll be talking about this lesson of this textbook. Okay? This is how you begin generally. So today I'll be presenting, I'll be talking about lesson number this, and the name of the lesson is this from this book, either Beehive or Moments. Then the second important thing is the writer of this lesson is so and so, Anton Chekhov. ठीक है, या फिर माइकल मॉर्टोगो. If it is written by Michael Morpurgo, you need to tell the name. Then the next thing is, tell little bit about the writer. He is a British writer, he is an Irish writer, he is an American writer, he is an Indian writer, like this. Okay? He is a 21st century writer, he is a 20th century writer, he is a 16th century writer, 17th century writer. If possible, tell when and where was he born. If not, no problem. No problem, not necessary. Only you can tell the nationality and the period, the century particularly, in which that writer was popular. He started writing, he wrote most of his things. You need to tell, was he a novelist? Was he a playwright? Was he a poet? He, she, was a poet, essayist, short story writer. So little bit of introduction of the writer. Got it? Then you come to the presentation part. In the presentation part, first of all, talk about the theme of the lesson. The lesson I'm going to present today is based on this idea. This is the theme of this lesson. Okay? Is this clear now? Next thing.
Yes, sir.
Next, summarize the lesson. If it is a story, if it is an article, okay, if it is a travelogue, if it is a narrative, whatever it is, summarize it, but that summary should not be too short. It should include everything. You are not supposed to tell entire lesson or entire story. It should be shortened, but every important thing should be included in that. Nothing can be skipped. This also will be considered in your presentation. If you skip something which is necessary, which is important part of that lesson or the story or whatever it is, then also you will lose your marks. So cover everything, every important thing of the lesson. Theme ho gayi. Second thing is summarize. Summarize it, but properly, without missing or skipping anything important. Then, once this summary is done, summary is over, you can tell us that out of all these characters in this story or in this lesson, I was impressed most by this character because of this reason. Okay? I was impressed by this character most because of this reason. Some 2, 3, 4 lines can be spoken about that character also. Or if there is no character in that, sometimes these are just articles. If there isn't any, then also you can tell that in this lesson, I was impressed with this section most, this part most. I was impressed with this part of the lesson, of the story, this section of the lesson, of the story most. And the reason is this. Okay? Either tell about the character that you liked or you are impressed with, or tell about the section or the part of the lesson, or both. You are free. Either include this thing or that thing or both the things. That's your choice, depending on the lesson, because there are different types of lessons. Okay? Now, most important part of your presentation. That most important part of the presentation is your view, your suggestion, your idea. This character could have done this thing. I believe this character could have taken this course of action. Or I think the writer should have done this thing. Means story is fine. You told everything about it. You told everything about the character and the most important section of the story and everything. But other than this, at some point of time, you felt this shouldn't have happened. This should have happened. Tell that also. Your view, your idea. Got it? And then at last, because in the beginning you told about the theme of the lesson. At last, just tell the outcome from the lesson. What is the outcome of that story or the lesson? Means the message, the learning, the value. Got it? The message, the learning, the value that you learned from the lesson, that you found in the lesson. Have you noted all these points?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you include all these points, your content is complete. Your content is complete. If you miss any of these points, your content is incomplete. And then what will you do? You will simply start telling the summary. Then where is your idea? Where is your learning? Where is your understanding of the lesson? And when you tell all of these things, it is going to be a very, very good explanation of the complete lesson and a very good revision for the entire class. Assessment तो हो ही जाएगा, assessment तो हो ही जाएगा, पूरी क्लास का हर लेसन का कंप्लीट थॉरो रिवीजन भी हो जाएगा, क्योंकि when you are making this presentation, rest of the class will be listening to you. They will be the audience. Okay? ये जो मैंने जितने पॉइंट्स आपको बताए हैं, जो आपको इंक्लूड करना है अपने प्रेजेंटेशन में, out of this, if you missed anything or if you could not understand anything, if you want me to tell something again or you want to discuss something, please tell.
Sir, can you please repeat the last point?
At last, perhaps I told your learning from the lesson means outcomes of the lesson. Outcomes of the lesson. What you learned, what message did you get from the lesson, what values did you learn from the lesson, or what values can you draw from the lesson. This all will be the last part. Okay? Anything else?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, I have a question that
Yes,
if more than one student is present on a same topic, so
Beta, see, that's why I said you can take lessons from any book. Earlier, we had a limitation of one book only. This time, we are doing from both the books. So there is no chance of getting any lesson repeated. Still, if something is repeated, no problem. Presentation will be your own, language will be your own. If you are not copying the idea or the content from anywhere, then it will definitely be different. If it is coming similar, what does it mean? Both of you have copied it from the same source. And for a copied content, you will not get very good marks. If you understand and you make a presentation of your own, surely, even if there is some mistake, you will be appreciated more and you will get better marks. If the idea is your own, not copied. I will ignore some mistakes. I repeat, it is being recorded and I'm telling. I will ignore some mistakes if I feel everything that you are presenting has been prepared by you only. It is all your understanding and it is all your own effort. I will ignore one or two errors because that will be appreciated more. Yes, Nakul.
Sir, when will you start the assessment?
When will you?
सर वो पूछ
Start
रहा
the
कब होगा?
assessment?
Okay. How much time do you need to prepare for this? Because I want to start it from the very next class.
Sir, 2 days.
Means today one day, second day tomorrow, day after tomorrow, that is on 4th you have your class. So can we start it from 4th?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Just a minute.
No sir.
On 4th, I'll talk to only those students who are willing to make a presentation. I'll not force it on anyone. If someone is prepared, that student will be allowed to make a presentation on 4th. Otherwise, we shall start from the next class. Means the class after the class of 4th of November. So when is the next class after 4th?
Monday.
Yes, sir.
There's a long time. Monday means after 4th we'll have class on 9th. That's too late. That's too late, isn't it? बीच में हमारी क्लास नहीं होती है ना? अच्छा, we have classes only twice a week.
Sir.
Then we'll have to hurry up.
Yes, sir.
है ना? Okay, no problem. How many of you are willing to make a presentation on 4th? For rest of the class?
Sir, I.
Huh?
Sir, I.
Aye.
Two girls have initiated. One is Janvi, another one is Akshita Meena.
Sir, Akshara Meena also.
The maximum time you can take for your presentation is 3 to 4 minutes. Nakul has also initiated. Maximum time given for making a presentation is 3 to 4 minutes. That's it. So in a class, we can have minimum 10 presentations. Write your names in the chat section, those who want to make a presentation on this 4th. Janvi,
Yes, sir.
ये names copy कर ले.
Yes, sir. Sir, screenshot ले लेती हूँ.
अपन हाँ जो भी करना है कर ले. कितने नेम्स आ गए?
सर कुछ लोगों ने रिपीट कर दिए हैं नाम. सर एक सेकंड सर, कंफर्म बताती हूँ. सर
6. We can still have 4 more names. One long comment is there, which I may not read. आप बोल दो बेटा, आप जो भी कहना चाहते हो.
Sir, do you have to send out PPT or just explaining?
Yes. It's good that you asked me. As I said when I started, that this is the assessment of speaking skills. And because this is the assessment of speaking skills, no presentation on PowerPoint is required. No presentation on PowerPoint is needed. It is completely a spoken activity. So what you are supposed to do is to speak in front of the camera. Get your cameras corrected so that it works properly. Okay? Find a place in your house where the network is best, the maximum coverage is there, so that there is no network issue. Find a corner in your house, somewhere in your room, somewhere near the window, near the balcony, where you get best coverage. From there, make the presentation live with your camera on, and no PowerPoint presentation is required. Okay? Now, you will be assessed based on 4 parameters. Let me tell what are these 4 parameters. First thing, did I tell you about time? Yes, I just told 3 to 4 minutes. First thing, content. How good is your content? Because what all is needed in the content, I have just given the list. I have told few points and you have noted down some 6, 7 points. How many points are those, Nilay?
Sir, 8.
8 points are there. If you spare 30 seconds for each point, then also the presentation is of 4 minutes. है ना? So 3 to 4 minutes time is needed. So whatever you speak is your content. How good your content is, first thing, and as I just said, if it has been prepared by you only with your own understanding, it will be appreciated. The first parameter for the assessment is content. Second parameter will be pronunciation. Because it is assessment of speaking skills. So pronunciation is needed. Okay, correct pronunciation. Third parameter will be expression. And for expression, you need to be visible. When you speak, you cannot sit bluntly staring at the camera or staring at one corner or staring at the ceiling and speaking. When you are delivering something, how it comes? How it comes? This shows your body language. Okay. And when you have crammed something, you speak bluntly. When you have understood something, you speak it in a different way. Got it? Second thing, in the expression itself. How do you speak? How do you speak means what? The selection of words, the formation of sentences. This is not a part of content nor a part of pronunciation. The kind of sentences you are using, okay? How good are your sentences? How good are your words? How relevant are your words? All this comes in it. Then sequencing. This also comes in it. When you are telling few things, in what order do you speak? When it is a story or when it is a narrative, something, anything it is. So when you tell your ideas, tell your points, one or two connected points come together. Okay, you said one thing, then you said something else, then the third or fourth thing is connected to what you said at first. So there is no connectivity, there is no linking of the statements. This also comes in expression. So this is the third parameter. And fourth parameter is your fluency. And fluency is not the speed. Fluency is not the speed. Who is a good driver? Tell me.
Who drives safely?
Is somebody who can drive constantly at a speed more than 100 kilometers per hour is a good driver? Because he has got a very good control. He reaches his destination in time, even before time. Is he a good driver?
No, sir.
Then who is a good driver? Who drives at a pace which is needed, which is required. Neither too fast nor too slow. Sometimes when needed, he increases the speed. Sometimes when needed, he decelerates. He decreases the speed. Okay? Everywhere the speed cannot be same. When the road is bumpy, you need to take care. You need to change your gears. You need to brake somewhere. Are you getting it? So what is fluency? According to the need of the content. When there are statements, you need punctuation somewhere. So do you take a pause at the right place? That also is a part of your fluency. Do you sometimes raise your voice? Do you sometimes bring your voice down? That also is a fluency. Do you put stress at the right place? That also is a part of fluency. Okay? So have I explained the four parameters clearly? First is content.
Yes, sir.
Second is pronunciation. Third is expression. Fourth is fluency.
Fluency.
The four parameters, 5 marks each. Total is 20. 20 marks का आपका स्पीकिंग असेसमेंट होगा, असेसमेंट ऑफ स्पीकिंग स्किल्स होगा, ठीक है? और जो लिसनिंग असेसमेंट होगा दैट विल बी ऑफ 10 मार्क्स. टोटल 30 मार्क्स. ये क्लियर हो गया आपको? और लिसनिंग स्किल्स का हम लोग किस दिन टेस्ट लेने वाले हैं मैं आपको डेट कन्वे कर दूंगा, ठीक है? वो भी हमारे जो रेगुलर पीरियड होगा उसी में हो जाएगा. उसके लिए हमें कोई एक्स्ट्रा टाइम नहीं चाहिए, ठीक है? तो हम किसी भी दिन कर लेंगे, मैं आपको बता दूंगा. और अब आप लोग मुझे आज ही सबमिशन ग्रुप में अपने लेसन्स के नेम्स बता देंगे कि आप लोग कौन से लेसन पे प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि 6 बच्चे तो प्रेजेंट करने वाले हैं, ठीक है? अच्छा, अब क्या होगा कि कई लेसन के नेम्स रिपीट हो जाएंगे ना. अभी कितना टाइम बचा है? हो गया टाइम, ठीक है? आप लोग सबमिशन ग्रुप पे मुझे नेम ऑफ योर लेसन मैसेज कर देंगे, लेकिन अगर रिपीट हुआ तो जिसने पहले दिया है वो लेसन वो करेगा, जिसका बाद में आया उसे कोई और लेसन लेना पड़ेगा. इज दिस क्लियर टू एवरीवन?
यस सर.
ठीक है, देन यू कैन लीव द क्लास नाउ.
Karan, sir.
If you don't have any question. अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछना है तो अब आप क्लास लीव कर सकते हो।